Welcome back, everybody. Spring is here, and with it, you might be looking for some new sunny spots in town to grab a bite. Food journalist Ali Khan of Ali Khan Eats is here to introduce us to some of the restaurants he's recently discovered and what places you need to put on your must-try list. We're always happy to have him. Ali, good morning.
I know. It is a good morning.
It is a good morning.
It's a good morning, everybody.
We're thinking about sunnier days. This one happens to be a little bit on the rainy side. Let's talk about somewhere you recently went, a Bloody Mary festival.
Okay, so I think I know you're on this team. I feel like when it comes to the brunch cocktail, it's a Bloody Mary.
It's certainly more that than it is a mimosa for me, and I hate to say it, but
well, I literally, thank you, Kate. That's my take.
Okay,
that's my take.
all right.
All right, the segment's gonna go good. So yes, recently I got invited to go to a Bloody Mary festival, which was like, yes, and it was actually perfect timing because I was supposed to go to a wedding later that afternoon. So I was like, that was my pregame.
Get the day started right.
I really did. So I went, and what was really cool was, of course, it was some of the best Bloody Marys you're gonna find around town. But the festival actually goes to different cities. And in each city, of course, they're gonna showcase, okay, let's throw down who's got the best Bloody Mary. But in every city, they pick a local charity to raise money.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so this one is the Girls Empowerment Network. It was started basically to go, okay, you know what? Young women are dealing with a lot, whether it's anorexia, bulimia, just being encouraged to do good in school, So I was like, that's a no-brainer. I think Industry and All Day Cafe won original and most original and classic. I really like the Driscoll because I just want to say this last thing about a Bloody Mary. There has to be some sort of savory element.
Of course.
And they did this thick bacon, but the rub on the bacon was equal parts salty, sweet, and spicy. And I literally was talking to the people at Driscoll, and I was like, if you tell me what's in this, I will win a rib contest. So there you go, Bloody Mary Fest.
Okay, yeah, I bet some people showed up with some real accoutrement to put on top of those Bloody Marys. All right, taco trucks, we love to talk about them. Granny's is one I have not heard of.
So check this out. So I feel like a lot has changed in Austin, certainly in the 10 years I've lived here, right? So Granny's goes back to 2016, which almost feels old school because that's how much everything has changed.
Yep.
So Granny's is one of those spots where if you're craving a breakfast taco on the east side, you don't want to wait in line at Veracruz, I've always said this is the spot to go to. And I think in 2025, they're winning the inflation game. Here's why. Their tacos are 6-inch flour tortillas, right? I like to get mine. I like to get the bacon, refried beans, I add avocado, and I add cheese.
Yummy.
It's $5 a pop. I get 2 of them. That's 6-inch plus, that's 12 inches of breakfast, a foot of breakfast.
You're going to get filled up on those
10 bones, I'm happy.
Yeah. I do want to say Granny is what we called my grandmother when I was growing up. So it's nice to see the name kind of come back around.
Added bonus, it's a trend now.
Yeah, it's a trend. All right, La Plancha and Cuantos Tacos made a torta. There's a collab happening
here.
here.
Okay, here's what I'm very excited about for the second half of this, right? I'm always talking about my recent past. Let's talk about the future.
Okay.
This Saturday, you will find me at La Plancha, which is my go-to spot for tortas. And they're doing a collab with Cuantos Tacos that's been featured in the New York Times. They're recognized by the Michelin Guide. They do Mexican City-style tacos. They're doing tripe, which is oval, confit in a classic Mexican way, but in a torta sandwich.
Okay.
I have not been eating carbs all week for this thing. I'm salivating. I swear to you, it's going to be so delicious. And if you've never had a torta, it is kind of like, it's like the Mexican sub or the hearty cheesesteak in terms of a big, hardcore sandwich of Mexican
Great
culinary
lunch
cuisine.
offering, yes. Yeah. Okay, and then Tare, we actually had Chef Michael Carranza in with Texas Sushi Co.
Yes.
And this is one of his restaurants. And
Yes.
Sana Taqueria, also a collab?
Yeah, I know. So this is coming up. The March one sold out. It happens every month. So big thing here is Chef Joseph Gomez of Con Todo, which recently closed. He was a finalist for James Beard Best Chef Texas last year, right? So sadly, Con Todo, he kept getting robbed. He had to close the food truck down. So Tare was very generous to say, hey, on the nights we're down, let's do a collab. So he's doing this 8-course meal. Okay, now This is a little different from Granny's because it is $150 a person. It's an 8-course meal.
8 courses.
8 courses. And when you're getting the ceviche, think scallop sashimi because they're getting the seafood from Tare. Okay?
Ah, so they're getting like the high quality sushi grade stuff.
Yeah, if we're talking like braises and moles, we're talking Wagyu beef. And the really cool thing is Chef Joseph Gomez is he's a really creative guy. So he has a theme here. He goes, I want to imagine Mexican food in Texas and Mexico in the future without a border. It's kind of fun. It's a little trippy, you know what I mean? But I think it's really cool. And I think, if you're willing to flex, because, it is an expense, you might have one of the more interesting meals in Texas at this pop-up.
Okay. We only have about 20 seconds left. We want to brag on your boy from Mum Foods because I was watching Chopped last night and I saw him.
I know. He didn't even tell me. I was literally looking at the Food Network Instagram post and I'm literally like, I see Mum Foods.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
We can't tell you if he went or whatever happened.
Yeah.
You're going to have to tune in elsewhere for that, but we're proud of him for being on the show. Allie, thank you as always.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. Tune in next month to learn about Allie's picks and keep up with his blog for all his latest bites at AliKhanEats.com.